season. And it'll only get louder as the collective 12th man starts cheering for their Seahawks. Welcome to Lumen Field in Seattle. Michael Dixon with the honor of getting us started. And away we go from Lumen Field. And this will be a touchback, so we're going to need our first snap to see the first action of this game. All right, let's get this show on the road. It is 1st and 10. Blown back in the backfield, and they give it to him. And he'll get it up to the 44. Big gain, 14 on the play. And that'll be good for a Denver first.
Hey, even though that was an excellent run, I got to talk about the receivers here, Kate, because 9 times out of 10, you see a run like that in this league, 10 plus, you know those guys on the outside are doing their job, shining as blockers, keeping those defenders away from the back.
On 1st and 10, here's Nix. He's got time here. Defense too much. The Seahawks drag him down. Moving quickly, trying to get set again. Receiver in motion, going left. Another try, following the sack. Finds a man, right side. It looks like we can call it about 4 yards in the end. Devin Witherspoon there on the stop.
That's a defense's goal, right, Kate? Just get us to 3rd down so we can have a chance to get off the field. And that was a good adjustment on that stop in particular, when the back ended up being the target, and they were able to keep him short of the sticks.
They've got a man in motion. Here's a give up the middle. And he gets leveled just before he reaches the marker, and that hit prevents a first down. Going for it on 4th, Nix. Throw caught by his running back. And he takes a shot near the marker, but it looks like he still has enough for that first down.
I love those moments of truth. We get to see exactly how they handle it when all the pressure of the drive's right on them. Turns out, handled it pretty darn well, and now they'll keep pushing on.
Nix with it on 1st. As a man, that's Cortland Sutton. And he's going to be brought down at the 35-yard line. Out of the gun, it's Nix. Taking a big shot for the end zone. And he has it in the end zone. Touchdown, Denver. The Broncos finish up an excellent opening series. Will Lutz now on for the extra point. Right down the middle, it's good. And the Broncos take a 7-0 lead as he starts this year 1 for 1. Here's Lutz, set to kick this away. And well, in the past, we wouldn't have batted an eye as it sailed over the end zone, Brock. But with our new kickoff rules in place, that's going to cost them. The football's coming all the way out to the 30-yard line. Offense ready to begin this drive. 1st and 10.
19.
Kenneth Walker gets it for the first time. And they finally bring him down, but that is a big gain and a new set of downs. That's a 38-yard play for him to move the sticks. So the complexion of this drive has changed dramatically now. New set of downs inside the 35. Throwing now on first down. Defender arrives right as the ball does, and the hit knocks it free. Incomplete. Gonna have to wait a little longer for his first catch of the game. And now it's second down. Back to throw now. An all-around tough play for him. He took a shot on the release, and it definitely affected the throw. It's incomplete.
You know, when we were growing up in the backyard, we call them alligators. One alligator, two alligator, three alligator. He needed another alligator in order to get that ball off. Credit the defense for forcing the incompletion.
A throw right side finds Kupp. And he goes out approaching that 10-yard line. It's a gain of 21 yards to pick up that first down.
That's what we call situational football. You spend all week working on your nickel passing game package to take advantage of third downs just like that.
Drops back. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop him. And they're going to have to regroup after this one. Offense up to the line fast. Now on 2nd and 10. And he will score. Touchdown, Seattle! The Seahawks finish off their opening drive. He finds one of his great receivers, Brock, and they are off to a great start to begin this ball game.
Yeah, it's such a positive offensively when you could go find not just a field goal, but a touchdown on that opening drive. And defensively, this starts to shake the foundation of your preparation and makes you wonder what's in store.
On now is Dixon to kick this one away. So new kickoff rules. This is going to come out to the 30, not the 25 on the touchback. They're out and set. 1st and 10. Man in motion, headed right. Throwing on first down, Nix. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. Working quickly here. Slot man in motion right. Back to the sack. Another pass on 2nd down. He's going deep. Really pushing the envelope on 2nd down, but the deep shot doesn't work.
Well, that's a major missed opportunity for the offense and a sigh of relief for the defense. Now you got to adjust a little bit, get some extra help on the back end of your defense to take those shots away.
Last pass unsuccessful, and they have 3rd down here. Nix now to throw. Has him on the quick hitter. And the nice gain is met by a punishing hit to bring it to a halt.
I know that completion doesn't move the chains, but I love it nonetheless. You make sure that defense is aware of every eligible player going out, and this time it was out of the backfield with the running back that shows he's adept at catching it as well.
And this one did hit at the 8, but took a big bounce and finished its journey in the end zone for a touchback. And the drive will start out with a 1st and 10. Throwing from the gun here. He's on the move. He loses the football. And the Broncos corral it. And they limit the damage on the return, but it is still a turnover. Well, that didn't take long, Brock. One play, and they're back out there.
Well, that's how a defense can make you awfully happy as an offensive player, especially when you screw it up and you fumble. The defense picks up that offense and puts them right back on the field.
There's a handoff up the gut. He swarms in the middle. This gets maybe a yard. Tackle made by Ernest Jones. Time for our second quarter. Let's see if the Broncos can capitalize in the red zone. Nix from the gun. Escapes the pocket.
Tick, 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 tick. You know, his internal clock right there told him it was time to escape, and good thing he listened to it. He was able to make something out of nothing and at least move them forward.
The Hawks dialing up the nickel D here, third down. Shotgun snap to Nix. And look at the footwork there, touchdown! The Broncos parlay the turnover into a lead. Cortland Sutton, the touchdown. Point after try is good by Lutz. And the Broncos break that tie and now lead by 7. Here's Lutz set to kick this away. And it flies over the end zone and out of play. In the past, it's a touchback to the 25. The new rules starting this season, Brock, so it's now going to be at the 30. They'll get this drive started. 1st and 10. First play of the drive. Here's Walker. And he finally ends up out of bounds after a huge gain. They rip off a huge chunk of field as the downs reset. The drive picks up here. 1st and 10. He's going to throw this one. That's caught by Marquez Valdes-Scantling. And they get this down to the 12-yard line before being stopped. He finds him 16 yards and a new set of downs. And they've got themselves another 1st and 10. From the red zone now. Flush down out to his left. And the ground game works for the touchdown. Seahawks can tie it up in the second after cutting into the lead. Myers gets the point after to go. And the Seahawks tie things up at 14. On now is Dixon to kick this one away. So new kickoff rules. This is going to come out to the 30, not the 25 on the touchback. Drive starts out with a 1st and 10. Motioning the tight end now. Simple dive up the middle. And he's out of bounds beyond the 35-yard line. Good run, gets him 7. That brings up 2nd and 3. From the 37. Quick slant, caught by Sutton. And they catch up to him, but not until he's got a huge gain and a 1st down. Lone back in the backfield, and he gets the handoff. And he sneaks this through the middle, maybe a gain of 2. Empty backfield now. The running back motions out left. Finds him over the middle. Gets it ahead, has about 5 yards. Tackle made by Ernest Jones. All plays on the table here for 3rd and 3. Nix. That's caught for the first. Touchdown, Denver! The Broncos take a second quarter lead. Extra point try now from Lutz. Extra point sent right down the middle. And the Broncos break that tie and now lead by 7. Here's Lutz set to kick this away. And he got all of that one, that's for sure. But with our new kickoff rules in play this year, that means the football's going to be spotted at the 30. Offense ready to begin this drive. 1st and 10. A give up the gut to Walker. And he found some running room for a nice gain. It's a solid 70-yard pickup on 1st down. Now they're going to have 2nd and 3. Back to throw. Taken in by Noah Fant. A big play, 23 yards to move those chains.
You know, Kate, you'll find teams go to this crossing route concept sometimes a dozen times a game. A lot of times it's for shorter yardage, but sometimes things break in the right coverage for a much bigger impact play, just like that.
And he pushes forward, but they don't get much there. We're at the 2-minute warning now from Seattle. The Seahawks looking for a score before halftime. 2nd down now, 7 to go. They send a man in motion. Here's 2nd and 7. DJ Chark there for the catch. And he takes it in. Touchdown, Seattle! The Seahawks earn the chance to tie before halftime. That is a touchdown to one of their prime receiving targets.
This is really what you pay your skill guys for. You know, I had an old coordinator say it's my job to get you a one-on-one. It's your job to go out and win it with a touchdown.
That one right down the middle. And the Seahawks tie this game at 21. On now is Dixon to kick this one away. So new kickoff rules. This is going to come out to the 30, not the 25 on the touchback. They're out and set. 1st and 10. Now Nix. Looking for a target. Throw came out right as the defense got to him. That's an incomplete pass.
And this is why scouts talk about a player's closing speed, Kate. You know, once he senses the pressure, he's getting rid of that ball. It takes a player who can close quickly to get to him before it's released. And that sure altered the throw.
Nix again on 2nd and 10. And the cover just too good there. Didn't find the throw that he was confident in, so just throws it away. 3rd down coming up.
Well, that's one you chalk up to the pressure earning that incompletion. They came in before he could find a target, hit him, altered that last second attempt to get rid of it.
So after that prior incompletion, we've got 3rd down. Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. He's got the hook up to Ingram. And they finally bring him down, but that is a big gain and a new set of downs. 1st and 10 from the 41. Putting the tight end in motion. Here's the lone back on the handoff.
Well, he was supposed to be the one who chipped away a few and got a new set of downs started right in rhythm. Instead, he's now forced to pick himself from behind the line thanks to a great effort defensively.
Running back, motioning right. Here's 2nd and 11. Buys time, rolling right. Too much lead on that throw. That falls incomplete ahead of his target. Well, no look on his first look of the game. So they're left facing 3rd and long.
The QBs today so adept at doing just this, buying themselves enough time and finding a target. The problem on this one, just not the throw he needed to make the completion.
They motion the tight end over. On 3rd down, here's Nix. And he won't salvage that. It's a loss on the play. Timeout taken by the defense. They're 2nd. And they still have one in their pocket for what's left.
I'll tell you, that is a humbling moment to see a completed 3rd down pass actually go backwards instead of towards the sticks.
4th and forever coming up. Here's Nix to throw. He throws a bullet deep to the right side. Wow, his first real mistake. That's intercepted. Picked off by Julian Love. And the drive will start out with a 1st and 10.
Let's go now.
Now an inside give to Walker. And the defense gets there to force a small loss. We have a timeout called by the Broncos. That's their first. They'll have 2 left to work with before halftime.
There's just no question about it. He has the license to adapt a little bit, to diagnose plays because they trust his instincts. And there, well, it was all on display. Expert-level diagnosis going on to see a potential run and get in position to stop it behind the line.
Broke the plane before the snap, and that's going to give the offense some free yardage. Back to the line they go. It's 2nd down.
Let's go.
Throwing from near his own goal line. Finds a seam down the middle. And he does quite a bit of damage before they finally take him down. Now the Seahawks are going to spend their 3rd and final timeout. Now, so much for seeing a safety, Brock. Things have totally changed now on 1st and 10 across midfield. Pass play coming here. Forced out to his right. It's a Seattle touchdown. Myers to add the PAT. The point after splits the uprights. And the Seahawks break that tie and now lead by 7. On now is Dixon to kick this one away. And well, in the past, we wouldn't have batted an eye as it sails over the end zone, Brock. But with our new kickoff rules in place, that's going to cost them. The football's coming all the way out to the 30-yard line. Nix with it on first. He's looking deep once again. It's another first half mistake. He's intercepted again. And the Seahawks make the defensive stand and come through with a turnover in the final moments of the half. Okay, Brock, now back-to-back drives where they have picked him off. That's got to be a worrying trend for these coaches who know how integral the passing game is to their game plan and their success.
Those poker players, the best of them, when they figure out a tell, they know exactly how to beat their opponent. This defense right now, they're reading this quarterback like a book.
And that is incomplete. 8 seconds left now.
Well, that was almost one of those nice chunk plays you like to see in the NFL, Kate, before he was able to recover and provide the hit and ultimately dislodge the football. You like to see that physical edge and scrappiness to contest any kind of shot plays down the field.
What a hit! He gets flattened to the ground. We've reached the midway point of this contest. 2 quarters down and an exciting 2 to go. The NFL on EA Sports returns after this. Welcome back, everybody. Kate Scott, Brock Huard with you as we're about set to begin the 3rd quarter. Well, if you love high-scoring games, no doubt you have been glued to your television so far. And no signs of slowing down as we begin our second half. And we'll have to wait at least a few moments longer for an exciting start to this second half. We've got a touchback. 1st and 10 now from the 30. Running left, here's Walker. And he's tackled after gaining a handful. The rookie from Florida in on that stop.
That is just a good, solid run right there. I know, that's pretty basic commentary, but sometimes football can be basic. It keeps you on schedule, that kind of yards per carry, and you move the sticks.
2nd and 6 now. Kupp on the catch. And they catch up to him, but not until he's got a huge gain and a first down. A big play, 23 yards to move those chains. Let's see how they attack this first down, Brock, from the 43. Hand off to Walker from the gun. And he works this to the 38 before going down. First down play, nets him 5. It's going to be 2nd and 5. From the 38. Throwing all the way to the end zone here. They connect on the deep shot. And this is caught. It's a Seattle touchdown. The Seahawks grow the lead coming out of halftime. Point after up and good for Myers. And the Seahawks double their lead to 14. On now is Dixon to kick this one away. So new kickoff rules. This is going to come out to the 30, not the 25 on the touchback. They'll get this drive started. 1st and 10. To throw, here's Nix. That's incomplete left side. This one intended for the running back. So that brings up 2nd down.
You really want those throws to be like clockwork for your offense. Every team needs to hit passes in that short to intermediate range to effectively move the ball.
Backfield is empty as they motion him outright. Looking right, and he finds him.
Some certainly do it better than others, Kate, but every running back in the league today has got to do just that. You cannot be a one-dimensional back in the league anymore. You can't. You got to be able to handle your business, both toting the ball as a runner, and really importantly as a check-down outlet on short throws.
Let's go now.
To the air, 3rd and long. He has the first over the middle. And he flips the field for them before being taken down. Offense in the hurry up here. They'll throw again. Nix. Oh, that's a tough one. Couldn't bring in the touchdown clean. It falls incomplete. It's going to be second down.
Well, this will actively age a coach on the sidelines. Wrinkles and gray hair, all of it. All the planning, a great play, and careful execution led to that. And it was dropped to the turf.
Again on 2nd and 10. Nix. On the move, headed right. They get 19, and now they're going to have 1st and goal. The dose of the hurry-up offense here. Working inside the red zone. Throwing the out route complete. Touchdown, Denver. Extra point try now from Lutz. Right down the middle, it's good. And the Broncos chop the lead in half. It's down to 7. And just like that, we're back to a one-possession ball game as the kickoff is away. So new kickoff rules. This is going to come out to the 30, not the 25 on the touchback. Drive starts out with a 1st and 10.
Let's go. Cowboy 80.
Handoff running left, Walker. And he's caught behind the line for a loss. Moving quickly, trying to get set again.
It's a loss of 2. Brings up 2nd and 12 at the 28-yard line.
They're going play action. He'll get this to Cobb. And it's a nice game, but still not enough for the first. Short yardage situation here. It's 3rd and 2.
Come on, set. Cougar 19. 19 tight, 19 tight. Go.
Shotgun snap. They're going to throw. A throw right side finds Cup. And he's tackled with the 1st down yardage.
You're not going to last long in the National Football League if you don't convert a good chunk of your 3rd downs. Nice find there to continue the series.
Throwing now on 1st down. Toward the sideline, and he's got it. How about 29 yards on 1st down? And a fresh set of downs on its way.
That is what elite offenses are all about. Why worry about 3 downs when you need only 1? Move the chains in one play and keep driving that defense backwards.
Cut near the goal line. And he's brought down real close to that goal line at the 1. They rip off a big chunk of field, and it sets him up with 1st and goal.
I love throwing on 1st down. And when you see a 1st down pass just like that, it's taking advantage of a matchup you planned for, and you go out and execute.
And he's going to be touched down a yard shy of that marker.
Okay, all right. There's a little progress on 1st and goal. You keep it safe, you push a little closer, and now you're set up for what you want to do on 2nd down.
Walker. And he's in for the touchdown. The Seahawks lengthen the lead at the end of the 3rd. Kenneth Walker, the touchdown. Myers gets the point after to go. And the Seahawks double their lead to 14. On now is Dixon to kick this one away. So new kickoff rules. This is going to come out to the 30, not the 25 on the touchback.
Okay, ready.
Offense ready to begin this drive. 1st and 10. Lone back gets the handoff. And they beat him to the edge. That run stopped back at the line. Offense up to the line fast. Another carry for him. And that's good for a gain of 5. Tackle made by Ernest Jones. Working quickly here. Back to the well again. And without much room to work, he has a minimal gain on the final play of the third quarter. We've reached the end of 3 in our Week 1 opener. It's Broncos football. They're on a mission here. They trail entering the 4th. Offense looking confident, but they need 4 here on 4th down. Shotgun snap to Nix. Oh, brother, it's another interception. Kobe Bryant has it. And forget the interception. He makes this a pick-6 touchdown. Went to the oh-well one too many times, Brock, and this time the defense was ready for it.
Now, you make as many catches as he has in this game, you're going to attract some extra attention. They knew it was probably going his way in the near future, and they had somebody there waiting for it that time.
That one splits the uprights. And the Seahawks stretch their lead to 21. Well, Brock, hopefully some short memories on offense as they get it right back here on the kickoff after that pick-6. And it flies over the end zone and out of play. In the past, it's a touchback to the 25. But new rules starting this season, Brock, so it's now going to be at the 30. They're out and set, 1st and 10. Back to the air, Nix after the pick. He puts some power on a deep one left. An alert play defensively there. He got a hand on it to tip it away, and that makes it 2nd down. Just got a hand up on that to break it up. And now they face 2nd down. Man in motion here. Out of the shotgun, they'll give it to him inside. And they'll bring him down after a pretty short gain. Offense in the hurry up here. Back-to-back carries here. And once again, he doesn't manage much before getting brought down. They motion the slot man right. Here he goes. Got to have this on 4th down. And they pick him off again. Kobe Bryant has it. And he takes this one back for the pick-6. Myers to add the PAT. Extra point sent right down the middle. And the Seahawks grow their lead yet again. A quick chance at redemption after that pick-6 as it's sent away. And he got all of that one, that's for sure. But with our new kickoff rules in play this year, that means the football's going to be spotted at the 30. And the drive will start out with a 1st and 10. Getting right back to it after that interception. And they pick him off again. Picked off by Julian Love. And the Seahawks are going to have it after his 2nd interception of the season.
You know what this is, Kate? This is the practice field coming to life. Really on both sides of the ball. Right? You watch defensive coaches preach all the time, and they work on these returns to get to the near sideline, everybody to get a block. And then for those offensive players to show the effort to go chase that down so it's not a pick-6. Yeah, it stinks for the offense, but that was the practice field
And he takes it in. Touchdown, Seattle! The Seahawks continue piling it on here in the fourth. Point after up and good for Myers. And the Seahawks continue piling on to this lead. On now is Dixon to kick this one away. So new kickoff rules. This is going to come out to the 30, not the 25 on the touchback. They'll get this drive started. 1st and 10.
Here we go. Ready?
First play, they go quick out to the left, complete. And that's good yardage with a new set of downs. A dose of the hurry-up offense here. Throwing on 1st down, Nix. Makes the grab in bounds, left side. And they finally bring him down, but that is a big gain and a new set of downs. On 1st and 10, here's Nix. Hits him on the out route. And they catch up to him, but not until he's got a huge gain and a 1st down. This is hauled in by Ingram. And he's brought down for a loss. They give it to him up the middle. And he's in. Touchdown, Denver. The Broncos putting up points in a game decided. And the Broncos offense isn't leaving the field. Looks like they're going to go for 2. He's throwing for it. And he's got a man. Complete. And he's into the end zone again, so he gets them the touchdown and the 2, and single-handedly shaves 8 points off that lead. And it looks like the Seahawks are able to recover that kick. Well, I guess they kind of had to do it here, Brock.
Yeah, it's called a have to. Yeah, kind of have to at this point of the game, huh?
Okay, but like most things in this game, it did not work out for them.
Yeah, let's face it. Even if they do recover that, probably not going to find a way to win. But this is a time where you work on things, where you do build to the following week. Got to find a way to flush this because it's just not been their kind of game.
Walker on 1st down. And that tackle stops him after a solid gain. It's a 4-yard pickup, and that's going to bring up 2nd and 6.
They'll come away happy getting that type of output on most run plays. It's a sign, well, they're getting some good push up front, and this running back is seeing the lanes and paying them off.
This is Walker on 2nd. And he's able to get this down to the 36. Give him 3 yards. That's going to bring up 3rd and 2.
You know, not a ton of yards, but still showing that commitment to the ground game. The type of run that keeps the defense from loading up in coverage and focusing entirely on that passing game.
Laying out for this one, and he makes the catch. 12 yards on that play, and a good call nets him the 1st.
You know, they call that the money down for a reason, because you're just simply not going to last long in the NFL if you don't convert a good portion of your 3rd downs. It's the money down. And nice to see them roll the dice and continue the series.
It's a gain of 3 for him. That brings up 2nd and 7. So we're down to the 2-minute warning here from Seattle. Seahawks looking like they'll start this season with a win. 2nd down now, 7 to go. Staying with Walker. And the defense gets there to force a small loss.
I know from the position of the quarterback, Kate, sometimes you hand that ball, you put it in the belly of the running back, and you send him right into the teeth of a buzzsaw. You can feel it from the jump, and that call from the defense, well, it came at the perfect time.
Hauled in left side. And they finally bring him down, but that is a big gain and a new set of downs. They rip off a big chunk of field, and it sets them up with 1st and goal.
Here we go, check. Check, check.
Walker crosses the goal line. Touchdown, Seattle. The Seahawks keep running away with this. Kenneth Walker, the touchdown. So an exclamation point there. That caps off what, and I think you'd agree, Brock, has been a dominating performance.
Yeah, I would. Really in all phases, too. You know, I thought coming in that this would be a much closer game than how it's turned out to be. And you got to give credit where it's due. This offense has been outstanding throughout.
On now is Dixon to kick this one away. Return coming from the 6. And a decent return ends as they bring him down inside the 30. Drive starts out with a 1st and 10. Nix looking to throw. A bit of desperation on this deep shot. That one is incomplete. Couldn't hang on through the contact. It arrived as the ball did to break things up. And we'll see what they do here on 2nd down.
You know, that was almost a nice chunk play before he was able to recover and provide the hit that dislodges the football. You like to see that physical edge and scrappiness to contest any kind of shot plays deep.
Nix again on 2nd and 10. Trying to push it deep downfield. He's got it deep downfield. And he's able to reach the 40 on that play. Now we're going to get an offensive timeout. That's their first. And they still have 2 available for them as we approach the end of this game. Big play gets him across midfield, sets him up 1st and 10 from the 40. Here's Nix. Throwing deep for the end zone. And he can't hang on. Touchdown in his arms. But it slips through. 2nd down coming up.
You only get so many chances to make this type of play for your team. Boy, you'd love to see him come through there.
2nd and 10 now. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. Timeout taken by the offense, their 2nd. Still 1 more in their pocket to use.
That sure ended up being a worst-case scenario. Pass rush just kept coming and bearing down, and he was looking for an escape that wasn't there. It's one of those plays in hindsight, Kate, where you really got to understand, I got to cut bait, cut my losses, and avoid such a negative play.
He sends this one to the end zone. Intercepted in the end zone. Picked off by Devin Witherspoon.
Well, that's it right there. That's the resilience and the mental toughness that every coach wants to see from his defense. Not a great spot for him. Back to